morning, Nepal. This is Abby McDonald reporting to you live from Bhavisi, Sahara. This is a newly found city located in what used to be Kathmandu, Nepal. I'm here today with the city's mayor, Jack Tarifeh, and their waste management specialist, Shanna Clark. Jack, would you like to introduce us to your city?
Sure, Abby. We built our city over the old Kathmandu, Nepal after a devastating earthquake of 2015. This is a representation of our downtown model with 1 inch equaling 100 feet and residential, commercial, and industrial zones mixed in. In Bhavisi, Sahara, we have 50 to 80 degree temperatures, 3,900 to 6,900 foot temperatures, and about 27 million people living in the country. 1/12 of that population lives in our city. We have also tackled an ongoing problem that has troubled our city for many years, and that is solid waste. Here with me today is our waste management specialist, Shannon Clark. Would you like to explain how we solve this problem?
Sure. The first thing I had to do was to define the problem. Even before the earthquake in 2015, there was a major issue with Nepal getting rid of this large amounts of solid waste. We've devised a system of pneumatic tubes, as shown in this section of the model, with a scale of 1 inch equals 10 feet, that would be implanted in every high-rise building and public area so that citizens can use the same tools to sort their waste wherever they are. This tube represents one building, with each red circle representing one story. The wooden dowel running through the middle represents the pneumatic tubes that would be in every building. Once the tubes are sorted, they get filtered underground where they're compacted and a drone flies in, picks them up, and takes it to a treatment facility. Originally, we planned on having an underground monorail running through our city that would pick up the waste and take it to the treatment facility, but that could cause the city to cave in on itself if there were to be another earthquake, plus it was too costly, so we decided on going with the drones instead.
How would these pneumatic tubes operate?
The pneumatic tubes allow citizens to sort their waste into 4 categories, which are organic waste, toxic waste, recyclables, and solid waste. The tubes would filter the waste underground, where it would be compacted in its separate categories, brought to and the drone would fly in, pick it up, and take it to the treatment facility.
How do these drones work?
The drones are built to hold up to 50 pounds of compacted waste, which they store underneath them. They bring the waste to the treatment facility, where it is treated with gasification to make fuel. As they turn the model, the new section will be 1 inch equals 100 feet, and will show the treatment facility where the waste is processed.
What is the gasification process?
The gasification process turns waste into fuel. So the solid and household toxic waste is turned into fuel through nuclear fission. The recyclable waste is turned into building material for the city, and the organic waste is used for compost for the aquaponic domes.
What types of energy do you use to power all of these systems?
Our waste management system is mostly solar and wind powered, but some nuclear energy is needed for the nuclear fission.
I have researched from about 100 years ago that the average American generated 3/4 a ton of trash per year. How is your trash generation compared to that number?
Our trash generation has significantly decreased because in the education system, all citizens are taught the 4 R's, which Mr. Tarifeh will explain more about later.
This all sounds great, but what encourages the citizens to accurately sort their trash?
There is a credit system within the city that our mayor will explain more about.
Like Ms. Clark said, we have a credit system where if a citizen can recycle properly, they will earn credits or coupons at for discounts at stores.
I recently read that buildings in your city can get tax refunds for the credits they earn while recycling. Is this true?
Yes, if a business such as a restaurant is to recycle correctly throughout a month, they will earn a tax refund at the end of that month.
What other aspects are in your city?
Well, in our city, we have a world-renowned education system located at our university, junior high, and high school, where, like Ms. Clark said, they're taught the 4 R's, reduce, reuse, recycle, and rot, and how to manage drones, as well as what jobs are needed to keep the city functioning properly.
According to the United Nations Center for Human Settlements, only between 25 to 55% of waste generated in large cities was collected by municipal authorities as of the 1990s. What have you done to change that?
Well, like Ms. Clark said, we use drones, which take the waste and which pick up the waste and take it to an outside facility, and that has reduced our waste in our city by 85%, which normally would end up on the streets.
What physical features make your city a tourist attraction?
Well, as you can see, in the center of Bhavisi, Sahara, we have a Buddhist temple, and the original one was sadly destroyed in that 2015 earthquake. Yet our engineers have rebuilt it and made it earthquake-proof, so that way another topple is impossible. As well as Mount Everest lies on the outskirts of our city. Being the tallest mountain in the world, it is a huge tourist attraction.
What types of medical care and city services make your city futuristic?
Well, every citizen in our city has a wristband where at the touch of a button, a service is on response to their location. There are 3 buttons on it, one for fire, one for medical, and one for police.
What would encourage people to move into your city?
We have a world-renowned job offering where citizens can work at the dome and are paid by the owner of that building, as well as they can work on managing, repairing, and flying drones.
Most countries in the world only developed laws to control hazardous waste in the 1970s. All landfills prior to that still have hazardous waste in them, and this may be polluting our drinking water. What laws do you have to control this?
Well, our industrial facilities have a law in place where if they create a hazardous waste, it must be able to be destroyed from point of creation, otherwise this product will be discontinued.
Obviously, workers need to get to and from their jobs. So what forms of public transit do you offer?
Well, we have a maglev station that runs throughout Baja Vista Sahara, and citizens board at a station, take the train to wherever they need to go, and then get off.
Thank you, Mayor. Bavicia Sahara sounds not only like a great place to call home, but a magnificent place to visit and tour. Thank you for introducing me to your city. I can't wait to visit again soon. This was truly a city of the future. Back to you, John.
This is when the engineer